Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are fine and safe. I am Dakshayani, handling biology from Bharadasnar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, we are going to discuss today 12th standard botany. What is the name of the chapter, children? Asexual and sexual reproduction in the plants. So far we have discussed about the asexual reproduction. What are the asexual reproduction? We studied about the grafting, then layering, then about the modern methods, tissue culture, and now we are going to study about the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, what is the definition for sexual reproduction, children? Sexual reproduction involves two gametes, right? Asexual, only a single plant is essential, but for the sexual reproduction we need two parts of the plant, one is a male and another one is a female gamete, right? In the asexual, gametes are not necessary. What is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction involves the gametes, right? So the two processes is, one is a production of gamete and another one is a fusion of gametes. So the first product is a, what is the first process? Production of gamete. The process of producing the gamete, we call it as gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. So gametes, genesis means formation, right? So what are the two things involved in gametogenesis? Formation of male gamete, formation of female gamete. Formation of male gamete is a microspore, that is microsporogenesis. Microsporogenesis, formation of male gamete, and formation of female gamete, megasporogenesis. So children, what is the first process? Gametogenesis, formation of gametes. Gametogenesis is of two types. One is a formation of male gamete, that is microsporogenesis, and formation of female gamete, megasporogenesis. And what is the next process? Fusion of gametes. The fusion of gametes, what is the other name? Other name is fertilization. Fertilization is the other name of fusion of gametes, right? And some gametes are maybe motile. What do you mean by motile? Movable. And some gametes may be non-motile, cannot be movable. So based on that, there are three types of fusion of gametes. First one is the isogamy. What do you mean by iso? Iso means same or similar. So the fusion of similar gametes, we say it as isogamy. Iso means similar, gamy means gametes. If both the male and the female gamete are similar in morphological and physiological, we say it as isogamy. And isogamy is the opposite of isogamy. And isogamy, that is similarity is absent. So the gametes are dissimilar. The gametes are dissimilar. The fusion of dissimilar gametes, anisogamy. And oogamy. Oogamy refers to the female gamete very large and non-motile, and the male gamete very small and motile, right? So the fusion of such gametes, we say it as oogamy. So what are the three types of fusion, children? Isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. So now we are going to discuss about the flower, right? For a poet, what is a flower, children? The flower may be a source of inspiration, but for a morphologist, flower is a modified shoot for reproduction, right? So flower is the main organ of the plant which is involved in reproduction. So now let us study about the structure of a flower, right? Flower, in Tamil also we can see, children, the five lands, nilangal we say, right? Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai. All these five lands were based on the what? Flower only, right? And many nations have the flowers on their flags, right? So first structure, the outermost structure of the flower is a sepals. What we say, children? Sepals. The green color portion of the flower, we say it as a sepal, and all sepals fuse together to form a calyx. All sepals fuse to form a calyx, and next to that we have the petals, right? The flower, we can see the petals. So this refers to the petals, and all petals we call by the name corolla. What is the name, children? Corolla. So all sepals form a calyx and all the petals form a corolla. Right. This calyx and corolla, they are the accessory organs. What do you mean by accessory organs, children? They are not involved directly in the reproduction, right? Because the corolla is there to just attract the insects. So corolla and calyx, they are said to be the accessory organs. Accessory organs. Right. And now we are going to study about the reproductive parts of the flower. What are the reproductive parts? Just look at this, children. Look at this structure. This long, slender, long and slender structure, right? So this one we call it as a stamen. What we say? Stamen. Stamen is a male part of the flower. It is a male part of the flower and it has two parts, anther and the filament. The stalk is called as a filament, and here which bears a pollen grain, we call it as a anther, and all stamens form a androecium. Androecium is a male part. So all stamens fuse together to form a androecium. And next we are going to study about the female part. This green portion, right? This one, it is a female part of the flower. This we call it as a carpel. What we say, children? Carpel, and it has three parts. Stigma. This portion is a stigma, and the stalk is a style, and this one, the bulged portion is a ovary. Ovary bears the ovule. So, and all carpels fuse together to form gynoecium. What is a female part? Gynoecium. Gynoecium. And what is the male part, children? Male part? Androecium. Androecium. So, from this we have studied about the structure of the flower. Now, I will ask you some questions. Naveen, just answer my question. What are the all sepals fused to form a what structure? Calyx. Yes, very good. Right, very good. And Arun, just answer my question. All carpels fused to form a gynoecium. Yes, very good. Gynoecium is the answer. So, children, all sepals fused to form a calyx. All petals fused to form a corolla. And all the stamens fused together to form the androecium, and the carpels form the gynoecium. So, now we have discussed about the structure of the flower, and now we are going to discuss only about the male part. Before going to the male part, we are going to study what are the three stages in the sexual reproduction. There are three stages, children. First one is a pre-fertilization changes, and next one is a fertilization, and the third one is a post-fertilization changes. What do you mean by pre? Before fertilization, what happens? Yes, very good. Formation of gametes, that is gametogenesis, and pollination takes place, right? In the plants, what takes place? Pollination, transfer of the gametes takes place. And during fertilization, what happens? Fusion of male and female gametes takes place during fertilization. And post fertilization, what happens? After. Pre means before, post means after. So, what happens after fertilization? Here ovary becomes a fruit, and ovule becomes the seeds. Right? After fertilization, there are some changes that takes place in the flower. So, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the pre-fertilization changes, fertilization and then post-fertilization changes. So, what is the first event? Pre-fertilization changes is about the formation of gamete. So, now we are going to see how the male gamete, that is a microspore, is formed. So, this is the structure of the stamen, children. We studied stamen, it is a male part of the flower and all stamens fuse together to form the androecium. So, this is a stamen. So, it consists of two parts. The stalk is a filament. The stalk of the stamen, we call it as a filament, and this portion as a anther. Anther bears the pollen grains, right? When you cut the anthers, you can see the pollen sacs in which the pollen grains are present. Pollen grains bears a male gamete, which is essential for reproduction, right? So, this is about the structure of the gamete, and next we are going to study about the development of the anther, right? First one, it may be a male or a female, the reproductive parts develops from the mother cells, that is a primordial mother cell. So, first we are going to see how the anther is developed, right, from the mother cell. So, here this is the anther primordium, children. So, inside this what the anther, it bears a single layer of cells. The outermost is a epidermis. Outermost is the epidermis and inner we can see the hypodermis cells. So, this is how the primordial, that is the first the anther will be in this stage only, and later it forms a 4-lobed like structure, right, 4-lobed like structure, and it forms a archisporial cell. This is a mother cell, archisporial cell, archisporium. First, it is a single layer of cells. Later, it undergoes some division and form the archisporial cell. It is a megaspore mother cell. And later, what happens? It divides. It undergo many divisions. So, later the megaspore, that is archisporial cell, undergoes some changes. You see, children, here parietal and sporogenous cell. Now what happens? The megaspore cell, that is a archisporial cells, undergo two types of division. One is a periclinal. One is a periclinal and another one is a anticlinal. What do you mean by periclinal? Periclinal means parallel. Periclinal means parallel and anticlinal means perpendicular. So, the archisporium undergo two types of division. One is a periclinal and anticlinal division and forms the two types of cells. The outermost parietal cells form the anther wall and the innermost cells form the sporogenous mother cell. Okay, now it appears as a complete 4-lobed structure. How many lobes it has, children? 1, 2, 3 and 4-lobed structure. Right. So, this is how the development of anther takes place. And next, and now after the complete development, this anther wall is divisible into 5 layers. The first one is the epidermis. What is the outermost layer? Epidermis. This yellow black line refers to the epidermis, and then the middle layers. And the third one is a tapetum and inner cell is a sporogenous. So, what is the outermost cell, children? Just look at this picture. This outermost dark line refers to the epidermis. Inner to the epidermis, endothecium is present, and inner to the endothecium, this yellow color cells refers to the middle layers, and here the outermost structure is a tapetum. This outside this pollen grains, we can see the sky blue structure. It is the innermost structure of the anther wall. It is a tapetum. And here pollen grains microspores get developed into the pollen tetrad, right? And here what is this internal structure, children? It is a connective, and now the anther get matured. Thank you, children.
நளினி அமிர்தாவோட ஃபாதர் ப்ரீகேஜிலேருந்து 8th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கிறாங்க. இப்போ அது 5:30 to 6:30 வந்து கிரவுண்ட் ரன்னிங் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு பாடி எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு அப்படியே ஸ்கூல் அட்டன் பண்ணிவிட்டு மத்தியானம் மேலே மதர் தெரேசா அகாடமிலையும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. மெட்ராஸில் எம்இஎம்லும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. நேஷனல் லெவலில் வந்து கோல்டு அடிச்சிருக்காங்க.
ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ்லேயும் சரி ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கும்